In 2002, a man in West Virginia won $315 million. Overnight, he became one of the richest lottery winners in American history. 5 years later, he said he wished he had torn up the ticket. His daughter died, his marriage fell apart, lawsuits piled up, strangers showed up at his house asking for money, some of them dangerous. And here's the part that should scare you a little. This isn't rare, this is the pattern. Today, we're going to break down why so many lottery winners end up broke, broken, or worse. And the real reason has almost nothing to do with bad luck. It has to do with something that's probably happening in your financial life right now, just in slow motion. Let's get into it. Most people think lottery winners go broke because they're bad with money. They picture someone buying yachts, throwing parties, gambling it all away in Vegas. And sure, that happens sometimes. But here's what the actual research on sudden wealth tells us. The real reasons are way less dramatic and way more human. It's not stupidity, it's psychology, it's math, it's pressure from people they love. And once you understand the real mechanics, you'll never look at money the same way, whether you have $50 or $50 million. Here's the first decision that quietly destroys a lot of winners, and most people don't even know it exists. When you win a big lottery jackpot, you get a choice. Option 1, take the full amount spread out over 29, 30 years in annual payments. Option 2, take a lump sum right now, which sounds better until you realize it's usually only about 50–60% of the advertised jackpot. Why? Because the big number you saw in the news assumes you take payments over 3 decades. The lump sum is the present-day cash value. Then federal taxes take another chunk. Depending on the state taxes might take even more. So that $315 million jackpot, after the lump sum discount and taxes, it can shrink to something like $100–150 million. Still an enormous amount of money. But here's the problem. Most winners have never managed 6 figures, let alone 8 or 9. And now they're handed a number so big it doesn't feel real anymore. Psychologists call this phantom wealth, when the amount is so large your brain literally can't calculate risk correctly. $1 million feels like forever money, even when it's not, because your brain has no reference point for what running out actually looks like at that scale. That single decision, lump sum, taken too fast with no plan, is where a lot of the damage starts. Here's the part nobody warns you about, and it's honestly the most brutal. The moment your win becomes public, and in many states, lottery winners' names are public record, your entire social circle changes. Cousins you haven't spoken to in 10 years suddenly text you. Old coworkers just want to catch up. Your brother has a business opportunity. Your church, your childhood friend, your parents' medical bills, everyone has a reason. Researchers who study sudden wealth call this social leakage. And it's not just annoying, it's a serious financial drain, because saying no to family feels almost impossible. There's a well-documented psychological effect at play here, something researchers call loss aversion in reverse. Normally, we hate losing money more than we enjoy gaining it, but with windfall money, money that arrived suddenly that we didn't earn through labor, our brain treats it as less real. We spend it more loosely. We say yes more easily, because deep down, it doesn't feel like our money yet. That's why so many winners end up loaning out hundreds of thousands of dollars they'll never see again. Not because they're careless, but because saying no to your own mother when you supposedly have millions feels almost impossible. Here's the quiet reason this problem is bigger than lottery winners. It applies to anyone who gets sudden money, an inheritance, a business sale, even a big bonus. Managing $50,000 and managing $50 million require completely different skill sets. Tax strategy, estate planning, trust structures, investment allocation, insurance. Most people have zero training in any of this. Why would they? Nobody teaches it in school. So what happens? Winners often trust the first financial advisor who calls them.